If there's a paradise on Earth, it might just be in the Philippines. Not only is it breathtaking, but this tropical haven is also home to some of the world's most beautiful women. Imagine a cozy apartment for under $500, mouth-watering meals for just a few bucks, and transportation so cheap it feels almost free. Stick with us as we uncover the hidden gems of the Philippines. Let's dive in. The Philippines is a tropical paradise made up of over 7,600 islands, about 2,000 of which are inhabited. The country has it all: powdery white sand beaches, waterfalls hidden in lush jungles, and mountains so majestic they look like something out of a fantasy novel. Manila, the capital, is a chaotic but electrifying mix of skyscrapers, historic sites, and traffic that has its own personality. Ever heard of traffic so bad it can turn a 10-minute drive into a 2-hour ordeal? Well, that's not uncommon in Manila. On the flip side, places like Palawan, Boracay, and Siargao offer world-class beaches that make travelers never want to leave. And let's not forget the volcanoes. Over 20 active ones, including Mayon Volcano, which is so perfectly shaped it could be the model volcano in a science textbook. The climate is warm and humid with just 2 main seasons: the wet season from June to November and the dry season from December to May. While sunny days are perfect for island hopping, typhoon season can turn paradise into a flooded nightmare. Power outages, heavy rains, and transportation delays are all part of the experience. Though the tropical climate has its pros and cons, did you know that the Philippines offers an incredibly low cost of living? This makes it an attractive destination for those seeking affordability without sacrificing quality of life. A decent one-bedroom apartment in Manila costs around $300 to $500 per month, but if you move to a smaller city, you can find a place for as low as $150. When it comes to food, you can get a tasty local meal for just $2 to $5. And if you prefer to cook at home, your grocery bills will be even cheaper. Transportation is another budget-friendly perk. Jeepneys, the country's iconic public transport, cost less than $0.5 per ride, while taxis and rideshares are also very affordable. Entertainment won't break the bank either, with gym memberships averaging $15 per month, movie tickets around $4, and a night out with drinks typically costing $10 to $30. Even healthcare is surprisingly affordable, with doctor's visits as low as $15 and private health insurance ranging between $50 to $100 per month. For a comfortable lifestyle in the Philippines, $1,200 to $1,500 per month is more than enough. And if you live frugally, you can even make it on $800. But while life in the Philippines is incredibly affordable for many foreigners, for locals, the story can be very different. About 15% of Filipinos live below the poverty line, struggling to afford even basic necessities like food and housing. While many enjoy the comforts of modern city life, millions still work hard just to make ends meet. Job opportunities are another challenge. Many Filipinos seek to work abroad as overseas Filipino workers to send money back home. While this provides financial stability for families, it also means long years of separation from loved ones. As of recent estimates, over 2.2 million Filipinos are working overseas in countries like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Hong Kong, and the United States. Yet despite these hardships, there's one thing that truly defines Filipinos: their unwavering spirit. No matter the struggles, Filipinos remain some of the warmest, most resilient, and most joyful people you'll ever meet. And if you think the Philippines is diverse in landscapes, wait until you meet its people. The country is a wild mix of cultures, languages, and traditions. Seriously, with 175 ethno-linguistic groups, you could travel across the country and feel like you're visiting different mini-nations along the way. The biggest groups are Tagalog, Cebuano, and Ilocano, but if you hop from Luzon to Visayas to Mindanao, you'll hear a range of different accents and dialects, each with its own local flavor. But don't worry, English is widely spoken, making it super easy for visitors and expats to get around without playing a game of charades every time they need directions. Filipino, which is a standardized form of Tagalog, also ties the whole country together as the national language. When it comes to religion, the Philippines is the most Christian country in Asia, with about 80% of Filipinos being Roman Catholic. But it's also home to a mix of other faiths, including Islam, Protestantism, and indigenous beliefs. You'll see stunning Spanish-era cathedrals in major cities, while in smaller towns, churches serve as community hubs where everyone knows each other. Major religious events like Holy Week are a big deal. And Christmas? It's not just a holiday. It's a 4-month-long celebration. Filipinos start playing Christmas songs in September, making it the longest Christmas season in the world. Speaking of long celebrations, what's a festival without food? In the Philippines, feasts are a way of life, and every major event comes with a spread of mouthwatering dishes. Filipino food is influenced by Spanish, Chinese, and Malay cuisines, and every dish tells a story of the country's rich history and love for bold flavors. One of the most iconic dishes in the Philippines is adobo, a flavorful masterpiece where meat is marinated in a blend of spices, then slowly simmered until it's tender and infused with rich, savory goodness. For grand celebrations, lechon takes center stage. This whole roasted pig with its perfectly crispy, golden brown skin and juicy smoky meat is the undisputed star of fiestas, weddings, and any excuse for a big gathering. If you're in the mood for something warm and comforting, sinigang is a must-try. It's a tamarind-based soup paired with pork, shrimp, or fish and loaded with fresh vegetables. Its unique sourness makes it a favorite for rainy days or hangovers amongst the locals. Of course, no introduction to Filipino food would be complete without mentioning balut, the infamous fertilized duck egg. This dish is not for the faint of heart, but for the adventurous eater. Much of Filipino cuisine carries traces of its 300-year Spanish colonial history. You'll find familiar dishes like empanadas and tamales, but with a distinct Filipino twist, often incorporating local ingredients like coconut, banana leaves, and vinegar for that signature bold flavor. Which of these Filipino dishes would you love to try first? Or if you've already had Filipino food, what's your favorite dish? Tell us in the comments. Did you know that karaoke in the Philippines is taken so seriously that some people actually own high-end karaoke machines at home? And there are even karaoke competitions with cash prizes? If there's one thing that really defines the Filipino spirit, it's their love for fun, family, and a good sing-along session. In fact, they're borderline obsessed with karaoke. It's not just a pastime, it's a way of life. And when someone grabs that microphone, prepare for a full-on concert experience, whether they can sing or not. Another shocking fact about Filipinos is their deep-rooted belief in superstitions. Believe it or not, in the Philippines, sweeping the floor at night is considered bad luck. So much so that some people refuse to do it, no matter how messy their house gets. According to superstition, sweeping after dark is like sweeping away your family's good fortune and wealth. Better to let the dust settle overnight and deal with it in the morning, just in case. And that's not the only eerie belief. If you ever find yourself walking through a wooded area, don't be alarmed if a local suddenly whispers, "Tabi-tabi po." It means, "Excuse me," but they're not talking to you. Many Filipinos believe spirits dwell in trees and nature, and failing to ask for permission to pass could lead to mysterious ailments or misfortune. Superstition may run deep in Filipino culture, but so does an appreciation for beauty. Did you know that the Philippines has produced more international beauty queens than almost any other country? With multiple Miss Universe, Miss International, and Miss World titles under their belt, it's no surprise that Filipino women are admired for their stunning features and graceful presence. From the delicate features of mestizas or women of mixed Spanish and Filipino heritage, who often have fair skin, high cheekbones, and deep expressive eyes, to the radiant morenas, whose sun-kissed golden brown skin exudes warmth and effortless beauty, Filipino women captivate with their natural charm. Skincare and self-care are a big deal here, with many women taking meticulous care of their skin, following routines that include sunscreens, serums, and the ever-popular aloe vera gel. It's no surprise that beauty pageants are practically a national obsession. Winning a title like Miss Universe is like bringing home an Olympic gold medal. Parades, media appearances, and national pride follow any victory. Filipino women may be admired for their beauty, but being a single woman in the Philippines comes with its own set of challenges. There is still a strong societal expectation to marry young, and women in their late 20s and 30s who remain unmarried often find themselves on the receiving end of teasing or, in some cases, pressure from family members to settle down. Career-oriented women in particular sometimes struggle with balancing professional ambitions and traditional expectations, as some still believe that a woman's ultimate fulfillment lies in marriage and raising a family. When it comes to dating, many young Filipinas embrace modern dating methods, especially in urban areas like Manila, Cebu, and Davao. Face-to-face meetups through mutual friends, social events, or even church groups also remain common, but dating apps have surged in popularity. Apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Filipino Cupid are widely used. Bumble in particular has gained traction among career-driven women who prefer taking the lead in starting conversations. While many women are open to dating foreigners, keep in mind that relationships in the Philippines often come with an extra layer. You're not just dating her, you're dating her entire family. So be ready for Sunday lunch with the relatives and lots of unsolicited life advice. Marriage is serious business in the Philippines, and when couples say "till death do us part," they mean it, because divorce is not legal here. Once you're in for life, unless you go through a costly and complicated annulment. That's why weddings are a huge deal, often featuring extravagant celebrations with hundreds of guests, a feast fit for royalty, and traditions that add layers of meaning to the ceremony. One of these is the money dance, where guests pin cash onto the bride and groom's outfits as they dance, symbolizing prosperity and financial support for their new life together. Another tradition is the aure, a set of 13 gold or silver coins given by the groom to the bride, representing his commitment to providing for the family. And of course, superstitions play a role here too. One of the most common is that the bride should never try on her wedding dress before the big day, as it brings bad luck and could even lead to a canceled wedding. Also, weddings in the Philippines aren't just about the couple. They're a grand, joyful family affair where love, tradition, and a little bit of superstition come together to create an unforgettable event. If you're thinking about visiting the Philippines, you'll be happy to know that it's surprisingly easy to get in. Many nationalities can enjoy 30 days visa-free, and if you want to stay longer, visa extensions are a breeze. This makes the country a top choice for backpackers, retirees, and digital nomads looking for an affordable tropical escape. Speaking of affordability, flights to the Philippines won't break the bank either. A round-trip ticket from the US can range from $600 to $900, while flights from neighboring Asian countries are even cheaper. Once you arrive, traveling within the country is an adventure in itself. Domestic flights, ferries, and even traditional wooden boats called bangkas can take you from one breathtaking island to another. If you're looking for something awe-inspiring beyond the beaches, head to the Banawe rice terraces, often hailed as the eighth wonder of the world. These ancient terraces, carved by hand over 2,000 years ago, stand as a testament to Filipino ingenuity and resilience. Walking among them feels like stepping into history, with mist-covered mountains and cascading fields stretching as far as the eye can see. For adventure seekers and ocean lovers, Cebu is the place to be. It boasts some of the best diving spots in the world, from the famous sardine run in Moalboal, where millions of sardines move in mesmerizing formations, to Malapascua, known for its rare encounters with thresher sharks and vibrant coral reefs. With thousands of islands to choose from, the real challenge isn't getting to the Philippines. It's deciding where to go first. If you could visit one place in the Philippines, where would it be? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today. Tap the screen for more content like this. See you in the next one.